All right. Six of shirts and stuff. And I am the wrestling t-shirt guy, Bo Cephas. And this right here to my side is the real deal, Justin Neal. Justin, brother, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, buddy. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. I made the intro song work for the first time.
A little bit. You were a little staticky at the beginning, but it's
Was
okay.
I
We'll iron it out.
A little bit.
You know, shirts and stuff is a brand new thing. Justin, but you're okay. How you doing and that whatnot? But we got a guest tonight, man.
We do got a guest per usual tonight on episode 6. We have Drucifer Northgard, true Viking stuck somewhere in Ohio for some godforsaken reason. Former guitarist, joking on my own words. Former guitarist of Deathbroker, guitarist of Toyboxx. A bunch of solo stuff he's done. He's a wizard on the strings. Drew, buddy, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. Had a nice band practice tonight. Ready to talk it out with you guys.
Nice.
What's even crazier is for the first time in a while, for those of you who don't know, we're in a band together. But for the first time in a while, everyone was there at 5:30. That never happened. Kyle was first.
What?
Right?
Yeah, never happened.
Never first.
Drummers never first. No. Hey, you know that just means that leaves one final person who plays music in Toyboxx that needs to be on, and then we got to have our toy chuckers on as well at some point. But those will be in the future, of course. But we're talking about Drew today. Drew, how long have you been playing the guitar, man? When did you pick it up? Do you know how old you were?
Came out of the womb with one.
That's something like really.
I think I was about 15 when I really started playing, but I've had a guitar probably my whole life.
15. That kind of surprises me. I feel like you'd have been younger with it. You're so good. Like, I feel like you've been more of like a prodigy, but maybe you just didn't try till then.
No, I just didn't. I had no interest until then, till I moved to Ohio and lost my friends for a second time. When I moved from New York and moved to South Carolina, and then I moved from South Carolina to here, and I really just wasn't up to making a lot of friends when I came to Ohio. So I picked up the guitar and just kind of dove into it.
Damn, that's, it's crazy. We've been friends 20 plus years, and I never knew you even lived in the Carolinas at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like a year and a half, something like that.
This is when you were like, I don't know what we'll talk about. There's plenty to talk about, brother. I didn't even know that. I knew you lived in New York at a point. So I mean, you've been all around the U.S. apparently.
Yeah, all around the east side,
Midwest, the east part of it.
Yeah.
Anyway. So 15. How old were you when you got in a band? What was your first band?
My first band was called Mercury.
Okay.
It was Spencer Jones playing the rhythm guitar for us. He looked like a little miniature Dave Mustaine. See Nick Armstrong. He goes by Nick Bon Jovi now. He plays a lot of country western type of stuff now, but he's a great bass player. That's pretty much. And it was Matt Keel on the drums.
That's crazy, man. I don't even know any of those guys but you. See, when I met you, and this, I'm going to reveal some stuff that might, if my dad was still around, I'd get in trouble for some of the shit I'm about to say. But I used to go when I think it was 15 years old. I
would get in trouble.
I met our friend, mutual friend Dan Lovins, at a job. I got a job. I got a job at the Hamiltonian. Shout out Dan. I got a job at the Hamiltonian, and Dan was like, "Man, you need to come party with these people." And I go over to party with these people, and one of those people is my cousin Anthony. And I was like, "Oh, I know this guy. Okay, that's cool." And it kind of made me feel more welcome. And I go in, and you guys are band practicing. And it's you on guitar, Spencer on drums, and Anthony singing. I don't know if you had another guitarist at that time. I don't think
No.
you did. I think it was
No, I
just
didn't.
you three. I think it was just you three.
Yep.
And I remember being so mystified, right? And I was like, oh, when do you guys play? And at that time, you guys played like every day. And you were like, I think we're going to play again tomorrow. And that very next day, I came over as well, but I brought Justin. And I was like, dude, these fucking guys are rocking their asses off, and they have beer. And they let
Some beer.
lots of
Beer. I was sold. I'm like, dude, I'm in.
I remember I came over the one time, and Dan was like, look, he's not 21, but he's cool as fuck. Your words were, does he have beer money? And I was like, yeah, I got beer money, dog. I can get a 30 pack right now. You were like, fuck yeah. Yeah.
You're cool, little guy.
Yeah, you're cool in my book. Now, you're not that much older than me. You were 5 years older than me then. You were full-fledged drinking age. And I was like, please let me drink with you. And it worked out, man. I mean, we ended up hitting it off. I come over to you guys' practices so many damn times. It got to the point where I was learning the words to shit, you know what I mean, just from practices. And I never had any CDs to listen to or anything. And that would instantly, I was a fan of Death Broker. Little did I know that one day I would sing for Death Broker. And I would, at this point, we're kind of adapting some Death Broker into Toyboxx. We don't want to let Death Broker just die. There's too many. I mean, there's 70 Death Broker songs?
Yeah, I still got the list somewhere. It's huge.
It's
I
too much to throw away.
Big books. Like yeah. There's a lot of music.
So how far back does the music go? How old? Like, what's the oldest shit you guys have got that you still have?
So with Death Broker, I took a lot of the songs that I previously had wrote with like Mercury and never did anything with. So like some of these songs went back to high school. Land of the Free has high school references in it, all the way, like for real, all the way through.
Damn, I never knew that.
Just angsty as shit.
No, I'm pretty sure I wrote that in the I wrote that in study hall in the cafeteria in Fairfield High School.
That's crazy. Is that where you graduated from, Fairfield?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Fucking A. That's crazy, man. So that's over 20-year-old songs there, man. That's crazy. And that's why we can't throw that shit away, because a lot of it's great, man. And it's not that Death Broker's done, but at this particular moment, it is not active. And it's not that we don't want to. It's just we're already as busy as it is. I've got, a job and 3 kids. And Kyle, by the way, we got to give shout out to Kyle. Kyle just was able to. No, bro, you're going to love this one. Kyle got his own dispensary today.
What?
Yes, he is going to be the general manager of a brand new dispensary in Dayton, and it's Kyle's. How cool is that?
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Do we have a golf clap gift? Do we have?
We need a golf clap gift.
I mean, for real.
Hold on, we got to have at least one gift here to celebrate Kyle. Let's see. Let's take a look at the gifts. This one's it right here. Here you go. Yes. Yes. So that's fucking.
That was crazy.
That's just something I think is super cool. Shit. I just think it's super cool that Kyle's able to take his love for pot and get a career. It's so. I was like, Kyle, you realize how like rare that is, dog? Like you
do something you love.
Strong. That's it.
That's crazy.
What's even crazier is you changed Drew's name and he didn't even notice.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
Why would I prepare something like that? That's crazy.
That's fucking crazy. I can't believe that. Fix it. Oh, that's ridiculous. But so you've got at least 70 songs for that. And we've probably got maybe 20 or 30 now for Toyboxx.
Something like that.
Bro, we're at band practice today, Justin, and we came up with such a good idea for a name, and we're so mad that we changed our name without thinking about it first. We're talking about adding the broker into it, and we were like, oh man, Toyboxx broker, and they were like, nah, broken Toyboxx. Shit, that's so good. Like, oh no, we could have went with that, and we
Nobody else is allowed to have that.
Do you an album? Call it Broken Toyboxx. You know, a little bit of Broker mixed in, a little bit of.
That's actually a fucking good idea.
Toyboxx.
That's a really good idea.
I have my moments. They're few and far between, but
hey,
dude, start working on the album cover, Justin.
I got you.
Dude, you have been killing the game on the video, the thumbnails and the video clips and everything that you've been doing. It's honestly impressive, my dude. Like I can't even get over it. For those of you who are watching it, and just take a look at this. Look at our faces melting the little
so
Satan. Cool. I mean, it's just.
I was gonna go with like normally I just transpose our heads onto something stupid, and I was gonna go with the scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark. I think Raiders of the Lost Ark when they open the Ark of the Covenant and like they have the melting wax like Nazis that melt and like. But I didn't want it to be on like YouTube and get all like, you know what I mean. People get all upset about it, and YouTube throw a fit about it. But
bro, that. God damn it. How many of these do you got, dude? Drew, have you ever ate a worm?
No, I have not.
Oh, shit.
Can't even fight back. That's not fair.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious.
I've eaten a worm. Have you not eaten a worm?
Hold up.
What? I mean, I've eaten a gummy worm.
You've never eaten a worm?
Why would
Justin,
I eat
when the hell did you eat a worm?
It's gross.
You never ate a worm either?
No.
What?
What's wrong with you? Why are you eating worms?
Wait, this is a revelation.
Look, I don't know what kind of childhood you got brought up in, but
listen, I know this is an interview for Drew.
Worms.
I know this is an interview for Drew, but Justin, how and why the fuck did you eat a worm?
You need to know this.
Oh God, what's the name of the book?
Now he thinks that's normal. That's
what I'm saying. I'm having a revelation. Like, what kind of fucking school did I go to? Apparently, where they
gave you a worm at school?
They no, It's hard to
what the fuck are you about to
really?
Hold on.
What school did he go to?
It's a book. It's a book by Thomas Rockwell called "How to Eat Fried Worms," and it's. Shit, it was published in 1973, but we had like read it. I remember like in elementary school, and they were like talking about how you can like legitimately eat insects. Hence the previous story of you feeding me fucking ant candy. And they like had there's a whole recipe for you to like fry worms and eat like they're like crispy like little onion chips that are actually worms.
I just want to say first. I want to say. What up to the DWO podcast? Thanks for watching, guys. But I was going to say we are on episode 6, okay, and we've already talked twice about you eating bugs. I think I
wasn't a clever child.
I think Kayla's coming here. You should be embarrassed. This is 2 stories and 6 episodes of you eating bugs. I'm gonna be surprised next week you're like, I ate a bee.
I'm just concerned that he thought it was normal. And he was wondering why we didn't eat worms.
Oh, shit, I'm crying.
Oh, shit.
That's like I popped down to the creek, was like, let me find some fucking juicy ones, and like plopped them out. Like, slimy yet satisfying.
Oh my gosh, man. So do you remember back to your music, man? Do you remember when your first live show was? The first show you like sold tickets to? Do you remember what that was?
I don't remember the first show I sold tickets to, but I do remember my first live show, and it was awful. It was like, well, first of all, it was a Bogarts. It was Bogarts battle. Yeah, it was a Bogarts battle.
Battle of the Bands.
They used to do battle of the bands for the worst bands that ever could come out. They had no standards back then because, like I said, this was our first show, and I think we've been together maybe 3 months. But I was so nervous that I dropped my guitar.
Was this Broker?
No, this was still Mercury.
Okay. Damn, you dropped your guitar.
Yeah, I had this. Well, it Eric Clapton's Strat, like, so it was a glowing white Strat with all this these freaking lights up there. It looked awful. But
gaudy
the strap came loose, and I wasn't skilled enough to like catch the guitar at the time, so it just fell.
Oh, you had the stereotypical fucked up first set.
Oh, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Damn, I'm glad we didn't have that.
that.
Well, of course not.
Did he
no way they would.
No. The Sponge Monkeys won that.
Sponge Monkeys. What a name.
Anybody remembers that, man?
That was definitely late 90s, early 2000s, right?
Yes, definitely.
You can't not tell with that name. That's crazy. I'm glad you had that with that band and not with us, because our first time on stage as Toyboxx, we were Toyboxx Killer, was at Tap Out, I believe, right?
Yeah,
that was our first one. We fucking killed that shit.
Well, yeah, I'd been playing for like 20 years. Pretty sure I knew my way around the stage, and I'm pretty sure I had already played a set with Death Broker that night, or maybe we were first, weren't we?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
We were first. Yeah. You're opening up for you the return of you. So speaking of which, we can't go into this too far without mentioning one of our dear departed brothers. My cousin Anthony, he passed away on us it was 3 years ago now. But I gotta say, I have to mention him because without him being the lead singer of Death Burger, I never would have tried to do music with you. I don't think I would. I was so enamored by the power he held in the mic that it instantly attracted me to want to do this myself. And when I was super excited to, show him what the fuck we had done, man. And it was super cool that he got to see a couple of our shows. And the way that we lost him was pretty rough. I'm not gonna go too into that on the show, but the way that we lost him was pretty rough, man. But God, what a fucking beautiful soul that dude was. I mean, we had some wild times, some stories we cannot tell on this fucking podcast for all three of us.
No, we're just not going to do it.
But for something to have somebody to call a friend, man, like he was, tried and true. He was down for anything. He was a true
right.
Yeah, he will definitely be remembered amongst us as a dear friend. Love him dearly, man. I miss him all the time. We just celebrated another birthday without him, but we definitely made sure we said a little something for him that day. Miss you, Anthony. But on that note, how did you meet Anthony? How did you guys get started, and how did that happen?
Well, Anthony and I actually went to school together.
I didn't know that.
We both went to Fairfield.
Oh, okay.
I think Anthony only went briefly, but that's where I met him the first time. I mean, we met. We weren't really friends. We never hung out. But I had been writing in my house on the east side of Hamilton. I think that was the east side. And he was delivering pizzas. I was writing a song called Revenge at the time for Death Broker. And Anthony came delivering me pizzas and heard me playing. Asked me what I was playing, and I told him I was writing this song. Showed him lyrics, and he asked if he could come in. I was like, "Well, fuck yeah, you come in." And for real, he started writing Revenge with me right there. After he delivered me pizzas, he just kind of stayed there for another 10, 20 minutes, and then he left, clocked out, came back with Dan.
Yeah,
he came back with Dan. Dan had just got Dan Lovins had just got I think he got jumped or something, because he came to my house with a broken leg. That was the first time I met Dan. And the only thing I cared about at that point, Dan, is that you don't trip over my motherfucking cables and jerk my guitar around, because and he knows this too. Like, I be careful with your leg. I don't know you. Don't fucking fuck anything up.
Oh man, little did you know that would become one of your fucking brothers, man.
Right, right.
There's very few guys that have zero relation to me that I have kept
I
as
think
friends.
we all really clicked there that night, and been friends ever since.
Oop, sorry, guys. Turn my sound off there. I've been getting all these texts. This is
Rude.
Right. I was wondering
How
what was going on.
rude.
It wasn't me. I put my shit on silent. I knew I had something to do.
yeah. Well, I'm not that. I'm not that fucking professional, sir. Listen, I hope this show goes forever. I hope we're able to sustain this forever. But this is just to have some fun, man. This is what me and Justin always wanted to do this, and I think this is a time capsule in a way. 10 years from now, one of the three of us is gonna look back at this and be like, man,
Look how dumb we were.
I can't believe Bo was still alive. Like, I hope I'm wrong about that. By the way, I'm just talking shit.
I'm
Jesus
the old
Christ.
guy here.
Yeah, well, we're all getting there, bud. Starting to creak and crack, and but it's coming with distinguished with you, man. You with that salt and pepper making you look fine,
Like a fine wine.
like a fine wine.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, man, fine wine. We haven't been drunk in a while, man. What are you sipping on tonight? We need to get drinking together. What are you drinking tonight?
This is Jefferson Reserve.
Okay. Jefferson Reserve. Plug us. He'll put his sticker or your sticker on his guitar, and
I will
proudly play that on stage. Jefferson Reserve.
Jefferson. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So
Hey, man, you never know. You never know. I'm gonna make it into a little clip at some point, and I'm gonna tag them. Maybe they love us.
All right.
So
Guys
shout
ain't
out
bad.
my baby sister. She says hi. And
What up?
How you doing?
also, the DW podcast had to say excellent choice of bourbon. Let me tell you something. Mike is a huge bourbon guy. He's got like 700 gazillion bottles.
Me too.
So you guys would instantly click for sure.
So is that something that's like, because I know you drink your drink of choice usually was a Coors Light. Is that something that you've kind of like changed over the course of the last couple of years?
Well, I don't like the beer gut, so and whiskey's quicker. So
Facts. I mean, you can't argue truths.
I mean, I still like beer every now and then, but I really don't. I don't like to get a buzz off of it. It gives me a headache.
It really does, man. Once you get to a certain point in your life, especially once you can tell what's been in your system. There's like a certain time where you stop becoming vulnerable to everything, And I mean, I used to bash Four Locos. Now, if I smelled a Four Loco, I'm going for it. So
right.
it
wasn't. That's not much different than when you've drank them before, Bo.
Let's go ahead and tell that story.
I can't wait to drink this Four Loco.
Drew, this is like 2000. I want to say 6. Okay, I'm 21. I'm 21 because I can buy Four Locos. So this was at least 2009, 2010. Drew calls me. He's like, "Hey man, we're playing Bogarts, dude. You need to come to this show." I'm like, "Dude, I'm your fucking roadie that night. I'll carry all your shit. I'll take care of you, dog." He's like, "Oh, yeah." He's like, "I need a roadie, really." He's like, "That's a good idea, dog. I'll get you a ticket. You can come on in." I'm like, "Fuck yes." So I'm like, "All right, well, come pick me up at this time. I'm gonna start drinking." And he's like, "Okay, cool, whatever." Well, I didn't realize how powerful Four Locos could be.
Oh. He didn't realize how much of a lightweight he was.
I chugged 2. I couldn't drink 2 right now to finish. Like I couldn't finish 2 now, but I chugged 2, and then we took a ride in Drew's. No. That mixing 2 stories.
Have a picture of that somewhere.
I'm mixing 2 stories there, but while I'm telling the first story,
you were in the van at the Bogart show.
Yeah, so the Bogart show, I made it to Bogart's, and we got everything loaded in at first. I was okay with that to begin with, right? But then, right before they go on, the drink hits me, and I am like,
where you go?
Beyond sloshed, my dude, beyond sloshed, and I basically passed out in front of Bogart's, just laying on the ground, and I slept through all but one song of their set. And I still to this day am so fucking butthurt that I did that because I missed their first ever Bogarts show as Death Broker, and I was so excited. And Drew was like, "You missed everything." I was like, "I saw the last bit of the song." He's like, "We took your VIP pass." I was like, "No." He's like, "We gave it to someone." He's like, "We gave it to someone else. You didn't deserve it." I was like, "Oh, I feel so bad. I'm sorry.
Shame on you. Shame on your family.
Shame.
So then, not too long after that, man, I decided that that I was going to go to another Death Broker show, and I had learned. You know what I mean? I knew that my ass was, I could handle my liquor, I could handle my drinks. You know what I mean? But I was wrong. So
Justin, you should look and try to find the picture of his head that we all drew on.
I'm literally
it's on Facebook somewhere.
It is on Facebook.
I am working on this right now, guys. We have
what the hell name was that bar?
Staggies.
Staggies 2 is what.
So I got really drunk. Drew had this brand new car. Okay, it wasn't brand new. It was freshly cleaned and waxed.
Yes, it was.
So as we're driving down the highway on the way to Staggies, I puke my brains out all over the side of the car. So we get to the venue, and he doesn't even give me a chance to try to chill it off. He puts me in Rhino's van. I think it's Rhino's van. He's like, "No, you go sit in here." He's like, "You hang out
about what
here.
you did."
And you fucking puke all this shit up. And all I remember is them making fun of me. And then someone started to sign my head. And then we look here. That's Justin's hand signing my head right there.
And there's Death Broker.
Yeah, it says Death Broker my head. Rhino signed my head there. And then I think, the best picture is the follow-up. Did you just who drew on my head? Which one of you drew on my head,
Oh God, look at you.
I was young, dude.
Like a monkey ready to be shot off into space.
I was fucking drunk as shit. Justin, Dingle Hopper, Northgard.
So, Drew, where did you decide? Where did you pick up the nickname Dingle Hopper from? Actually, that's an interesting segue.
That's a fucking swear to God.
I love this canvas shit so much.
Oh, Mom's asking when that picture was. Mom, I was legal. It don't matter when that picture was.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah, mother. I was allowed to be drunk. Okay, I just didn't know how to fucking.
You shouldn't have been drunk.
And that's just one of two of several stories, because there's more times than that, my dudes. More times than that.
Oh, yeah.
Plenty. Now I am more distinguished. I drink whiskey sours and a beer, and that's about it. And I don't go fucking ham. I can't physically handle it anymore. I believe. Excuse me. I believe I put my liver through all the damage that it needs. And I think I'm just going to stick with the herbal remedies.
Au natural.
Listen, first off, my sister's calling me out in the comments here. I drank tequila at your house because I was in Arizona for the first time ever with you.
Proper etiquette.
It's proper. Asshole. By the way, she is my baby sister, much younger than me, 15 years younger than me. And yes, she is an asshole, just so everyone knows. But I love her. She's pretty cool. But back to music wise. Once you got Anthony in the band, was Spencer already in the band, or did he come after?
No, Spencer was already in the band. Spencer was my best friend all through high school.
Okay, so you've known Spencer for even longer.
Yeah, Spencer was my rhythm guitar player in Mercury. So yeah, he had switched to the drums after we had both. We were both in a band called Severance before we decided to leave that band and start something heavy.
Heck yeah.
Severance was the only thing I can describe it was like a Creed that I kept trying to make a heavy guitar out of. Yeah.
With all homes wide open. The Dad World Order is a fan of Creed. Fan of
I'm
singing.
not.
What? What? I didn't. It's not like I asked you to be a fan of Nickelback.
No, well, I'm not.
I'm not. Sorry.
Drink my whiskey.
All right. Speaking of which, what are you listening to these days, man? What kind of rock you listen to? What bands are you into lately? Anything new?
Kind of Katy Perry shit's on.
It's like not really. It's the same fucking 13 albums.
Right. No, I mean I listen to a lot of Slaughter to Prevail.
Okay. I haven't really checked too much into them, but I definitely should.
No, they're Russian, so you can only understand half their songs. They do have English versions of their songs, but a lot of their songs are in Russian.
Heck yeah. I like new music wise. Our buddy Dan turned us on to one King 810.
Yeah, I like them too.
I like them a lot. I think they're pretty neat. I see you also though, which is like a weird evolution of you. It's like a fucking side Drew. You've gotten like strangely heavier into rap as you've gotten older. And not that you ever were never not a rap fan by any means, but like the older you get, the more you're like, yeah, fucking old school rap. Like, it kind of blows my mind, man, because like you're normally a heavy metal guy. Anytime I've hung out with you, it's always been metal. But recently, over the past
metal,
few years,
hardcore gangster rap.
Exactly. Over the last few years,
same goddamn concept.
Okay.
I like killing people.
I never thought of it that way, but damn, dude.
I like the violence of both music.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. That tells a story about you. Oh man, you see his new tattoo, Justin? Check him out, man.
Let me see. Yeah. We got. I seen some posts on Facebook.
Bro, I checked it out. Sick. You know I'm a stickler for my friend's tattoos, dog, but it's fucking crispy. Bro.
So,
yeah, I got that in the middle of a hurricane.
That's right. It was in Florida.
What about that shit? How was that, man? How's a hurricane? Is it any different than we see when it's like post hurricane rain here? Is it just like stronger or what?
I mean, I can't judge much because this wasn't much of a hurricane, as you know, my family would be telling me. They lived through the big ones down there. But I mean, it was, the winds were pretty wild. The only thing that was open was a tattoo shop during the hurricane. Don't know why, but
weird.
So I was one of the crazy bastards. Like, give me the keys. I'm going to get tattooed. Not sticking around here.
I mean, if there's a time to die in a storm,
right?
Like, I'm gonna
look damn good.
They're like, you're in the shop. The windows are like rattling and shit. You got like a Viking axe in one fucking hand. You're like slogging mead and shit, getting zooted up on a tattoo machine.
It was definitely a cool experience.
That's awesome.
I didn't have an axe though, Justin. I wish I did. That would have been much cooler. It probably would have freaked the little girl out that was tattooing me.
Speaking of cool experiences, man, I'm gonna go through a list real quick, and then when I'm done, I want you to add any if I'm missing any. You have played with the likes of OTEP, Deicide, Islander, the Insane Clown Posse.
That's a big one.
Twist, Quiet Riot, Mushroom Head PE. Fuck shit. There's so many more. Struggle, Jennings. Who else am I missing? You have played with frickin' Afro Man. There's
a lot, a few times.
Yeah.
Afro Man's cool as shit.
Green Jello, which is like a childhood band of ours.
Which we're like friends with now somehow.
You missed Exodus and Goat Whore was a great one.
Yes. Exodus, Goat Whore. There's fucking all kinds of shit. Like there's only one that kind of sucks, but we'll talk about that later. But is there any other famous bands that I'm missing in there, man?
All right, so probably my favorite story as a musician, honestly, and we didn't even play with them, but we we were pretty good at booking shows in Death Broker just to get exposure. And Sudsy Malone's used to be open right across the street from Bogart's, and Lamb of God was coming to town. They were playing at Bogart's right across the street. We booked booked the show at Sudsy's. It was our show. We put it together, got a bunch of badass bands to come and play, and we just gave out free tickets to anybody that bought Lamb of God tickets to Bogart's.
Come watch us too.
So Death Broker went on as Lamb of God was letting people out of the show. So this Sudsy Malone's piled up so fast, they weren't letting anybody else in. We're playing, and I'm looking behind me. Sudsy Malone's has this big open window right where the stage is, so people outside can actually see the band playing from the window, which I always thought was pretty cool. So we all turned around. We see there's a mosh pit in the street. Nobody could get inside. There's a mosh pit in the street, and they're going crazy. I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna play for these guys for a minute. When I turn around, Lamb of God's already had come into Sudsy Malone's to check everything out. Apparently, it was their favorite. It's their favorite bar in Cincinnati. It's not
Rest in peace.
Yeah, it was my favorite bar too.
Same.
But they came, and Willie decided that the outside pit wasn't good enough, and he started the inside pit. So Willie from Lamb of God started my pit on the inside, and as soon as that started, I'm jumping on the speaker, trying to get as high up as I can. It was a pretty awesome experience. Somewhere Lamb of God has videos of that, because I know they were taking videos that night.
And for those of you who aren't aware, real quick, just to get a feel of the situation, Sudsy Malone's was not only a bar, it was a laundromat. And there were literally people in there doing their laundry it was like a fucking Wednesday or something, wasn't it? It wasn't like a weekend.
I don't remember. All I know is we booked the show for the Lamb of God show.
I know I was dating a girl named Tori at the time, and she was trying to talk me out of not going because we lived in Germantown. And I was like, I'm going to this fucking show. I will take your car. Like,
it was magical. It was a magical evening.
Inciting riots in the streets while you're like, you're not doing it. You're inside, and just it spreads to the outside, causing chaos and madness.
It was great.
Awesome.
Man, of all those people we listed, there's one that we forgot that is fucking, I can't believe we forgot. But man, when you talk about completing a dream, Toyboxx got to open up for Phil Anselmo. And not only they always tell you don't meet your heroes. Your heroes are assholes, blah, 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 blah. And you talk about Phil. Phil has got a little bit of a repertoire to him being rude to people. You know, we were a little nervous if it was going to be cool, man. Let me tell you this. That man was a fucking saint. He treated us
one of the nicest guys I ever met.
So great. It was insane. He loved the fact that we had a Dimebag guitar. He signed your guitar, which is now, I believe, on display at Dan's house, ain't it? Or is he still at your house?
Yeah. It's on display in the glass case at Dan's house. It's a nice piece.
Yeah, it's crazy. He was so nice to us. He hung out for a while, took pictures. And then what really tops it off for me is, and I'll never forget it, man, me and you, right dead front fucking center to 5 Minutes Alone. And
oh my God.
Him and the Illegals played it. And there was no, like, any other time I've seen anything like that, it's, 45,000 people. This was maybe 2,000 people, but we were dead front center. And it was like, I don't know, man. There's a music high that I've never, there's been some close, but I don't know if I've ever replicated that one. That one was really cool. Growing up as a Pantera fan was, fun enough, but then to get to see, granted it wasn't Pantera, but it was Phil performing a Pantera song as close as I did. It was a pleasure. It was fun. I highly recommend if your band gets a chance, play for anything Phil does, whether it's the remake of Pantera right now.
Musician.
Yeah, and he's a cool dude, man. Especially since he's he's grown up a little bit. So
Right.
yeah. But there's also been a few musicians that are kind of assholes, and I can vouch for this one because I have seen it in person. OTEP is just as much of a fucking bitch as you think she is. Oh, I said I don't care.
Never play with that woman again.
Bro, I don't care what kind of ties I'm cutting here either. If there's like a guest, you said fuck OTEP, I'm never coming on your show. Well, guess what, buddy? I don't fucking put you on my show. How's that? Fuck OTEP. Yeah.
Wow.
She's a bitch, dude. She's a bitch. So we played, you guys played with her, and then we gave her another chance.
We played twice. We played with her twice.
Did Deathbreaker play with her twice? Or you talking about twice?
We played with her twice. She burned us on the second time we played. We played with her. It was Actions at the time in Cincinnati, and then they wanted us to play the show in Detroit. It was like a week away, so we did, and we took the show. There was 2 separate stages, and obviously we're opening up for them, and we were bringing people in to the side stage, and I guess she didn't like that we were getting attention. She had the sound guy shut us off.
It's insane, dude.
Just shut us off. We were sounding amazing too. I mean, and everybody was getting into it. They were booing.
Well, do you remember what happened?
Just shut us off. Just shut the sound off. Shut the lights off.
That's not the only time that Toyboxx has been kicked off stage.
Well, it wasn't Toyboxx.
This was Deathbreaker, but Toyboxx is. It's been a few times, yeah.
OTEP. Do you remember what happened when we played with her with Toyboxx? Do you remember that show? So we played with her at the Mad Frog. When I booked it, Drew was like, "What?" He's like, I don't want to play that show. And I was like, look, dude, it's a chance.
She's a fucking bitch.
And I had told the promoter that we had history with her and we didn't really fucking like her. And he's like, oh no, she's calm, dude, down, man. She's chill, right?
She's a man.
So we go there and we got there super early and we set up our merch. And she demanded that we would give a portion of our merch money to her. And then that we had to take it down when they went on stage. It had to be down before they go on stage, and their merch had to be the only merch for sale. So you know what we did? We played, we opened our shit, and we left. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch and her stupid fucking face. I wish we never would have taken that show. I should have listened to Drew, but it is what it is. Yeah. And speaking of,
just listen to the guy that's played with her twice.
The Toyboxx got kicked off the stage was a misunderstanding that went crazy. But if we're going to talk about it, we might as well bring it up. Fuck it. So we're playing with Afro Man, January 31st of 2019, and this is 2020 because it was right before COVID. January 19th of 2020, and. We throw toys. For those of you who don't know, we throw toys out to the crowd. That's our gimmick. That's been our gimmick. We've been doing that.
Fruit snacks.
We don't throw fruit snacks, and we're going to bring that story up. We're going to bring that story up after this. But listen, we should start throwing fruit snacks. That's all I'm saying.
We might. I don't know, but we haven't so far. So I don't know if you ate something at our show. It wasn't ours.
So we. You know what? Fuck it, we're going to talk about that now. Drew had somebody come up to him.
What is he eating random fruit?
He had someone come up to him. He's like, y'all the ones that throw the toys and the candy. Like, what?
All right, so look. My son just got married on Saturday, right?
Shout out Aaron. Congratulations, buddy.
The sound guy, he does sound at the Thompson house and was there at the last show. He wasn't our sound guy that show, but he was there at the last show. And he's like, He recognized me right away. He's like, "You're that from that Toyboxx band." Well, yeah. He's like, "You guys throw the toys and the fruit snacks and stuff." And before I could even answer, like, we don't throw fucking fruit snacks, buddy. He's like, "Man, I'd be eating those fruit snacks, man. That'd be good shit." But
You probably
I don't even know what to
shouldn't.
say now. Like, bruh,
It's a
we've never
basic
thrown
lesson
anything
you learn.
edible. Ever.
Never
Don't
take
eat
candy.
stuff off the fucking floor. At
Don't
a
take
show,
candy from
bro.
strangers. You don't know us.
But don't eat stuff off the ground. He just picked up some random fruit snacks.
Oh my
fell out of
god!
somebody's pocket.
Oh, so this band rocks.
Man, he's gonna be. Now we're gonna be playing there again. And he's gonna be like, "Man, where the fruit snacks at?"
Where the candy? I'm gonna bring something just for him. I'm gonna get a box of fucking fruit snacks from Kroger's and take them.
Big old bag of the
Speaking of
Albany's
which,
gummy bears.
If anyone wants to see us perform September 23rd, we are opening up for
Shameless plug.
Corey Feldman. Corey Feldman will be performing at the Thompson House Saturday, September 23rd, and we will be destroying the stage before he gets on. So good luck following us, bud. But it's going to be an excellent night. We have tickets for sale everywhere else. They're $30, but if you come see us, we'll give you a deal. Come see us. We'll bring the tickets to you. Yeah, we're going to be. Are we going to say we're doing two? We're doing two, aren't we?
We're gonna at least do two. I mean, we could do three, but we're gonna at least commit to two.
Speaking of band members, there's Kyle, former guest, gonna get us sued cutting up people with sharp ass fruit snack wrappers.
That's a liability. We make sure all the toys are free.
We got some
sharp objects and hard objects.
They're paper.
Yeah. So back to the time we got kicked out. So. Somebody did not tell the owner of the building that we throw toys. We all, like Justin just said, we make sure there's nothing heavy, nothing crazy that's going to hurt us. Because guess what? We want you to throw the toys back at us. So we want to have fun. So we don't want it to be ridiculous. But somebody didn't tell him. And one of the security guards instantly rushed the stage to try to stop us, thinking we were just being fucking chaos nonsense. And he put his hands on one of my toy chuckers, which proceeded to have one of my other toy chuckers put hands on him, which proceeded to having them dragging us off stage. But they cut our mic first. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? You may have cut my mic, but quite often, right at my hand, I have a fucking megaphone, okay? And
they didn't count on that shit.
They did not count on me having a fucking megaphone, my dude. So I pulled my megaphone out like, these motherfuckers, shut up. And the whole band or whole crowd, boo,
that was Riverfront Live, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we were killing it before that, too.
Since then, I have spoken to the owner. And we have mended fences. I don't even know if I told you that.
Tell me eat shit.
No, we mended fences. He didn't know. He apologized. He apologized, man, like a man. And I apologize like a man. So we do have the ability to play shows there in the future if the one comes up, which is a good thing because they book some really good things there. And it was literally just a misunderstanding. Yeah, I would love to do
our release show would be great there. I've done two of them there already for different bands.
Yeah, but Tim and I have spoken.
Always a good turnout.
The fences are mended, so hopefully in the future you'll see us at Riverfront Live. But if you can't make it to Thompson House, and we don't book another show at Riverfront Live, December 2nd, let me tell you about this one. I am so excited for this one because I've been a friend of Kenny Oz since I think 2012, 2013. He's been a real good friend of mine, and his birthday sells out every single year, and we are the final band on the bill.
Fake news.
That dude from Warrant is going to be there. There's a bunch of fucking really cool bands going to be there, local.
There's not.
Justin, you are likely going to be on stage. Jesus, you're rough to deal with, I swear. But yeah, it's going to be a real fun time, man. We got some, I like that we're writing new music, man. I got to have a purpose behind this shit. Like I told you, one of the last times we talked to Sirius about the band, I need more than just playing the same songs. We need to create. We need to, evolve.
That's why we had the toy chuckers too. It was always something more than just the music, something to have fun with.
Yeah.
So what was the transition
like
like going from like something heavier like Death Broker and your other stuff and doing like Toyboxx is kind of more like a Rage Against the Machine feel? It's got like more.
I don't know if you've heard us though, man. My guitars are still just as fucking heavy. We just chop up the drums a little bit.
And wait till you hear these 2 new songs, dude. They're nothing like our old shit. I don't know what's happened with us, but we're like I don't know,
a resurgence.
We're like a heavier radio friendly version of us with like a dose of Breaking Benjamin or something. I don't fucking know. It's weird with not as good of a singer.
He said,
You just compare us to gay.
Oh, you hush your mouth. You hush your mouth. Breaking Benjamin is fantastic. And what's wrong with being gay, huh? Nothing.
That's
right.
That's right.
There's something wrong with liking Breaking Benjamin, though.
Hush. I love them. Sean Foyce is a cool dude and hopefully a future guest of Shirts and Stuff.
I don't even know who that is.
He's a local musician that now plays for Breaking Benjamin.
Aren't we all local musicians before we make it?
To play Breaking Benjamin? Is that where we go to die? Is to play Breaking Benjamin?
I think so.
How am I ever going to get this guy booked on the show if you guys are just assholes? Okay? We're going to have to clip this and show him this if he's ever on the show. Like, look, Dustin doesn't deserve to interview.
He's not watching the show right now.
It's AI. It's AI generated. You can't trust shit you see anymore.
Yeah, touche. Speaking of which, man, that's something we dabbled with. We let the Chat GPT try to write a Toyboxx song, and man, it put out something pretty cool. I kind of want to use it. I kind of want to use it and call it the AI song. Like fucking, it wrote a song like we had it write like a Toyboxx song in the style of us going on an epic world-changing adventure. And it wrote one. It was pretty fucking solid.
It did.
Yeah. You
may have a better hook, but
yeah.
Use it as a jump off point.
One day, I don't know, man. I feel like we just need to take it word for word. Steal that shit. Thank you, AI.
the word for word wasn't that great.
Yeah. But it worked enough. Oh man. It's been a fun episode so far. Man, we've already almost got an hour. To be fair, though, damn it, Justin. You made me lose my train of thought. Back to.
I like that one. That one's staying. That one's staying.
Oh, come on! You got any more?
No, that's all I got.
No, I think you got one more. It says 4. You only did 3.
I forgot about that one. That one, it's hard to rhyme your name, Drew. It's hard to rhyme your name. It was
Pooping in the yard does not rhyme with Northgard.
It's close enough. You take that up with Dr. Seuss.
Oh shit, man, that's fucking great. Drucifer, though, what a natural nickname for you. I swear that just fucking came like when I first met you. Drucifer for sure. Yeah. Fucking A, man. So your solo shit, man, you just fucking around on TikTok, or are you still working on trying to put together a solo album, or you just kind of doing whatever happens?
I was having some problems with my recording software. I still am working on my solo album. It's actually almost done. I just haven't been able to get it off the program yet. So
is that just going to be like a Satriani kind of album, or is it going to have lyrics and vocals and?
It's classic rock and blues, acoustic, and I don't know, a little acoustic, little electric, mostly acoustic. Some of the, I think you've heard a few of the songs that I've got on there.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you were going full one style or not.
No.
I'm excited to hear it, man, because I've been a fan of your shit for a while. You know what I mean? I know we're beyond that point now, but I started out as a fan of yours and then became a fucking brother. You know what I mean? So it's been interesting to watch you evolve as a musician, and I'm excited to see what you fucking release as your solo album. I feel like it's going to be pretty cool. It's taking you fucking forever, but
I hope.
You can't rush perfection, right? You don't want to release. I always hate that we released our Toyboxx album early, we rushed it, and I feel like it wasn't mixed and mastered correctly. And
It wasn't mastered at all. It was just mixed, and
some of the songs pissed me off.
Not
man.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the songs pissed me off because they were. I mean, you'd listen to one song, it would have no bass, and the next one would have like super bass and like crackly vocals.
Yeah,
there was nothing that sounded perfect on that CD.
Sit down. You know, it's funny. We took Anti-Hero off, and I listened to it now, and I'm like, that doesn't even sound that bad. Why did we take Anti-Hero off?
Because Matt didn't know how to play it at the time. It was brand new, and Matt didn't know how to play it yet.
Okay, that makes sense. I didn't really listen to Matt's bass for sure. You
know, does anyone really listen to Matt's
bass?
He
didn't even. I don't even think he's on. What was recorded wasn't even him. We could just throw in Will. Honestly, he didn't record anything for that song.
He did. Yeah. Oh, for that song. Okay.
Yeah.
No, not for that song.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just. I think this next time we're going to have an album. Well, I wanted to have it this year, but this year's been a fucking clusterfuck. I want to work on it this winter. I want to get our album recorded this winter, and I want to really, Kenny Ozfest is obviously going to be our last show of the year. I want to take maybe off till mid-February, late February before we book another show and take all that time to record, man. I really want to put some time into it. So I'm hoping like hell I'm going to be able to make it work. I believe that we, as a band that's literally been around for 10 years almost. Well, we're 9 years. We're 9 years in because we started in 2014. So we deserve to have one solid studio album, even if that's the only thing we ever accomplish. You know what I mean? We put too much energy in this for it to not pay out at least that. You know what I mean? So, and that's going to happen. Whether it takes us 3, 4, fucking 5 years, or we're able to get it done next year, it's gonna fucking happen. So,
no, we'll get it done next year.
Well, yeah, all we gotta do
wait any longer
is do it.
Do it.
You gotta just do it.
Yep. But on that note, man, Drew, you got anything you want to plug at all, brother? Your social medias?
I mean, you can check out my TikTok. I'm Buff Guitar Guy on TikTok.
Make sure you follow him. He's got some cool shit on there.
I got
pretty rough too.
Oh, before we go, I can't even believe goddamn dude, this is how unprofessional my show is. This shirts and stuff, Pop. We still haven't asked you our number one question. What's your favorite shirt of all time, man? What's your favorite shirt?
All right, so
you pre-gamed for this. I'm excited.
I had
all about it.
I had an ex-girlfriend that made this for me because this is not a normal t-shirt, but it's a Cannibal Corpse shirt, and it's Cannibal Corpse all like Hello Kitty style.
It's such a good fucking shirt.
I love it. It was
awesome.
A meme on Facebook. I'm like, no, this has to be a shirt. This is my Cannibal Corpse shirt. And I'm wearing it. The next time I see Cannibal Corpse, it's going to be fantastic. And
they'll love it.
Just like I think they will.
They'll love it.
I want that shirt mass produced.
Here, take this. You can have the design. Just I want to know that you did it.
Right.
Now that we talk about this and we got this show December 2nd, I feel like I need to hit Kenny Oz up. Maybe we do another toy drive for Kenny's birthday. Get some toys together, get people to bring some toys to that show, and we can take them to Toys for Tots again. That's something we like to do.
Like toy drive every year.
Yeah, that's
we've not done it the last 2 years. It's been every year.
Out the last 2 years.
Yeah, COVID kind of kicked our ass, man. We definitely took a long break because of COVID, and
that's something we need to start talking to other local acts. So if anybody's interested in doing the toy drive with us, we are going to need a couple extra local bands.
Oh yeah, if we do it fucking separate from having people bring it to Kenny, absolutely. I'm down as long as we do it before December. Maybe do like a mid-November show or something, because we've got one in September. Take October off, and then mid-November, unless we get a good Halloween show. I'll take a Halloween show if it's worth the shit.
All day,
every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boy. Fucking A, man. Well, Drew, brother, look, I told you it'd be easy. It wasn't too rough. He was worried we wouldn't have too much to talk about. It's just us bullshitting, dog. You know what I mean? I forgot to ask you the one fucking question we ask our guests until the last question of the show. This ain't the most professional thing in the world, but it's that's not what it's about, man. It's about having good conversation with good people, meeting different people in different walks of life. That's what we're here about. Shirts and Stuff. It is an interview podcast, man. We are here to just talk to people and learn a little bit about them. And I think that's what we did today successfully. Justin, you got anything to say before we get out of here, brother?
Only thing I got to say for the rest of the week and for the next 17 weeks is Who Day, baby.
Who Day?
Who Day Nation this week. Got the Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns, and we are going to stomp them, hopefully.
Did you see Joey say he's ready?
Oh, he was born ready, bro. Born ready. He's been ready.
Listen, it's been rough to be a Bengals fan for years,
Been
but
ready.
It's not been so bad lately.
It's our time, bro. It's our time.
Yeah, you know what, Justin? I still can't believe that you're dating a Steelers fan. I love you, Kayla, but sheesh.
Oh my god.
Don't. Love you, babe.
That's terrible.
House divided. It's good fun. I actually
fun.
bought her a Steelers jersey last year for Christmas.
I saw the pictures. Yeah.
Yeah. Put it in a. I took the garbage bags out of a box, rolled up the jersey, and put it in the box of garbage bags and wrapped it back up in shells. Perfect.
Oh, perfect. That's a true good relationship there, though, man. Because even though she's wrong, you can love her for being wrong.
It's okay to be wrong, man. And as long as you
we're wrong all the time.
You accept her. I accept her for her faults and everything that comes with those.
Is that her in the comments right there?
That's her. I can hear her hollering upstairs.
Oh, I love you, Kayla. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, on that note, this has been episode 6 of Shirts and Stuff. And that was our buddy Drew Nickelsack, Drucifer, Hoops Outside, Northgard. And I have been the wrestling t-shirt guy, and that is the real deal, Justin Neal. We will see. Shit. Lucky I don't come down there. We will see you guys next week on episode 7